November shines a light on millions of Americans caring for loved ones, often without rest or recognition. It's National Family Caregivers Month, a time to focus on the toll caregivers can take physically, emotionally, and financially. An AARP report from June found 59 million people in the U.S. are providing unpaid care for loved ones, from managing medications to offering daily emotional support. Nearly 2/3 of caregivers say the emotional burden of caregiving is overwhelming and leading to exhaustion and burnout. And almost half of caregivers say the role takes a toll on their own health, from fatigue to chronic pain and sleep loss. Let's dig deeper into this crisis with Dr. Michael Gabriel. He is the National Medical Director from Carelon Palliative Care. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me to speak on this important topic.
Absolutely. Dr. Gabriel, what do you most often hear when it comes from caregivers about the care that they give, and what's the breaking point for them?
I think that it is the change in role that they expect that they're providing care of patients can improve, but unfortunately with advanced illness, patients continue to get worse over time. And I think for caregivers, providing that, the strain of the day-to-day just becomes a bit too much and a burden.
Is it the fact that you love this person so much that it creeps in on you slowly, and before you know it, there's already a crisis?
I believe it is, and I believe that it is also the lack of awareness in our medical system to really check on the caregiver. I think that people often feel stigma to bring that issue up, so I think there's a lot of isolation with it.
We often hear that caregivers resist the help. I mean, how important is it for caregivers to get that help? And why do they resist it?
Oh, it's as important. Again, I think that there is a lot of guilt that people feel if they don't feel like they're doing enough, or if they are not doing a good enough job. I think that in order for a caregiver to provide that proper care, they need their own support system too. It's very similar to the airplane. You have to put on your own oxygen mask first before helping others. And I think caregivers really need to follow that rule and make sure that their own well-being is taken care of so that they could provide that other role.
Yeah. When a caregiver decides to take care of themselves, what changes first?
I think, again, first thing is to admit and validate those feelings. As you said, 64% of caregivers experience emotional distress, almost 50% some physical strain. I think that's the very first step, to be willing to accept that this is normal, a validated feeling, and seeking help in that role to look to others to see what may be available for them to improve upon.
Do you think there's enough support from the healthcare system to give to family caregivers?
I do. There are, and it continues to evolve. There are national organizations like the Family Caregiver Alliance, but I think for patients facing serious illness, patients with advanced heart failure, cancer, dementia, things like that, there's also palliative care, which, along with my providers at Carelon, we provide. And I think that's really been a life raft for caregivers, and to really get their story told and supported.
What all does your organization do? Is it just physical, emotional, and spiritual? Talk to us about that.
Yeah, we provide that extra layer of support for patients and their families to help them navigate through serious illness. So we're working with their symptoms, working with the psychosocial support, the emotional needs, spiritual needs, coordinating and advocating with their current primary care physicians and specialists, and anyone else in the community that's needed for that care. We provide 24/7 support and really help with all of the issues that contribute to someone's wellness and quality of life over time.
All right, those caregivers that are watching right now, I got 30 seconds left. What would you say to them right now? I guess encouraging them to get help.
Yes, one, you're not alone. We want to help you. We want to work with you. Bring this up with your care providers. Please visit our website, carelon.com, CARELON.com. There's very helpful information there as well to explore palliative care and what we can bring to both patients and their caregivers.
Dr. Michael Gabriel, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate your insight today.
Thank you for having me.
Not a problem.